We can argue this until midnight tonight, midnight tomorrow night. We can argue back and forth. We can bring Dr. Death, Dr. Who, Dr. Frank. I don't give a fuck. We could bring anybody in the mix and all these fucking scenarios. Bottom line, I don't give a fuck if you agree with me or not. I don't give a fuck.
Spitting Venom Radio.
Jimmy replies to YouTube comments because we got a little bit of comments on this video. And in order to clarify Jimmy's position on the matter and how everyone else is assuming that he is, because I don't think that they watched the whole thing. Why are you so...
Yeah, if he listened to whoever the fuck... Okay, I don't even know what they say, so I'll wait to get to that
I was going to read it to you, but yeah. But what were you going to say? Or are you just going to wait?
I was just going to explode for a second. I was just going to say, just if you listen to the whole fucking thing, I'm not that much of... I don't know what they say. You're going to read them. I'm going to answer whatever the fuck. But just a general statement. I even said it. I'm not that much of a dick. And I don't give a fuck what the comments say. I still stand by what I said. She should not be fucking, like, go to prison for this shit. Like, there's some moral shit. What I'm saying is that, first, yeah, she should have went out to get help and all that dumb shit, right? Okay? But what I'm saying is that, should she do jail time just for texting the motherfucker saying, kill yourself? No! What the fuck? I could text you and say, kill yourself. If I paid somebody to go assassinate somebody, that's obviously I'm paying you to go kill somebody.
What if you just said, hey, I want you to kill my wife or my friend or...
And then if he went to go kill his wife and then said, well, Jimmy told me to do it, where's your proof?
What if there's proof? Because
go kill
the
your
texts
wife?
exist.
So even then...
The texts are there. The proof is there.
So
the proof is in the pudding.
Even without the where's your proof, what's your response to his question?
I don't understand how somebody... just like I said last week, at some point you have to be responsible for your own actions. Okay, just because she encouraged him to go kill himself does not fucking mean that she should do jail time or prison or whatever the fuck just be like he actually killed himself. He has a weak mind.
And that is 100% true. You should be responsible for your own
I mean, what
actions.
she did is fucked up. I'm not disagreeing with that. But
personal responsibility.
But did she not commit a crime?
What crime?
Put it this way. I could start choking the
monkey
shit out of
see,
him.
monkey do? Like, is that a crime?
I could start choking the shit out of him and murder him. If you do nothing to stop it, you will go to jail. You have committed a crime.
So if I run out the door like, I didn't see shit.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't see nothing.
That is a crime.
Yeah, and acted like
well,
you.
No,
yeah, especially if you acted like you knew nothing
How's
about
that
it.
any different?
Because I'm in the apartment where you're murdering somebody, and then I don't say anything, and I'm like, oh fuck.
So you don't think that like having a mental influence over anybody matters? Because then you think about cult leaders. What about the cults that like drink the Kool-Aid and they only drink the Kool-Aid because of the you know what I mean?
Manson shit.
Well,
like,
I'm not saying Charles Manson.
That's a great example though. Like Manson didn't
he literally
go to
didn't do
anybody's house
anything.
and kill them, but he served more time than the actual murderers. So do you think he should have not gone to jail? So. With you asking why, you said you think
if he's housing,
if
he's housing a bunch of fucking murderers,
they weren't murderers before they went out and committed those crimes.
They did one crime, and they did that one crime because of him.
But didn't they all live with him or something? Like, didn't they all?
But that doesn't make him a murderer.
No, it doesn't make him a murderer. But I'm saying
that doesn't
he's
make
housing
him
a bunch of murderers.
They were just.
It makes him murderers for killing people. I'm saying.
I'm saying they lived with him. And then eventually they murdered someone. They weren't murdering people and just
okay. So they're living with him. That's fine and dandy. That's a weird little household they got going on, but that's all good, right? Mm-hmm. Then he's like, I want you to kill somebody. And then they go out and they fucking slit somebody's throat, and then they come back to his house. He knows they killed him. They killed him. It was there's blood. They're cleaning shit up or whatever. Wash the laundry. There's got blood all over it. Shit like that. Like, okay, then you're housing somebody. You're housing a fucking murderer.
It's not like he went to jail for aiding or abetting. He went to jail for conspiracy to commit murder.
Right.
So was she? So is that what this is? Like she conspired? Like
it's
she
not
didn't
murder, but it's still
he
conspiracy.
Killed himself.
And she's charged with involuntary manslaughter, I believe.
Well, just like you said, like I feel like that's a very loose term. Like I don't know what that exactly fucking. I know Mr. fucking Google out there is gonna be like, oh, fucking go to Google, but like.
What's wrong with Google?
Involuntary manslaughter.
It'd be funny if his name really was Google. Like, that was his last name.
Right.
But no, to me that's still vague because manslaughter is less than murder. But to me it implies that you didn't want this person to die. Like say Ron breaks into my house. I know I got a lot of scenarios where I'm fucking killing the shit out of Ron.
Yeah, so
A lot.
If that shit starts happening, I guess I'm going to jail now
So,
because I
say
heard it.
Ron breaks into my house. You read your definition?
Involuntary manslaughter. Can I read it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says usually refers to a unintentional killing that results from recklessness or criminal negligence or negligence.
I don't think.
I fucked that all up.
Neglectance?
Well, I don't think you need to go
Or
any
from an
further.
unlawful act that is a misdemeanor or a low-level felony, such as a
Yeah,
DUI.
but she was
I don't
she
think
was
you need to
worse
go
than
any
that.
further because she was worse than that.
So she was like, "When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it?"
She was
When are you gonna do it? Blah,
voluntarily
blah, blah,
telling
blah.
him to kill himself.
Yeah.
Oh
Go
my
kill
God,
yourself, go kill
Conrad!
yourself.
This is the third time this week. I just want you to just do it. Go through with it. Even if that's the scenario, like she's just getting beat
What do
down.
you think should happen to her?
I think she should go to jail.
For how long? What's a good sentence?
I
for you?
don't know
Just
how.
rough
because
ball.
A couple
apparent-
of years.
Well,
Somebody
time
did
out,
die.
Because
should go
apparently,
to
like
jail.
this country just all fucked up. So
She should go to jail.
She's somewhere in the middle. She's not caught with a gram of weed where she should get 30 years, and she didn't fuck 16 kids where she should get a month. So like, apparently she's in the middle, so she should get fucking 30. Well, that's a month.
That's
She
a,
should
that's
get
a
fucking.
big ass forehead right there. That's all I'm saying.
So
But
she keeps asking him in these pictures,
well, yeah. I mean, we've already
in these
yeah.
texts, and like she said, like she brings it up to him out of nowhere, saying, "When are you going to do it? Stop ignoring the question." She asked him the question, and he ignored it. What is that? What would you
That
think
says that his mind right
Obviously-
there wasn't in there.
Yeah, he
that
doesn't
place
want to
at
do
that
it.
time.
We get that.
Right.
But
I mean-
what she obviously is. Look at her. First of all, that's a big ass head. But she is obviously fucked up in the head.
Yes.
Okay, I'm still.
Yes.
I don't agree with what she did. I've stated that multiple times. Okay, should there be some form of punishment? Like I said before, I think the bitch needs to get her fucking head checked. Definitely, like she needs to go to some kind of hospital or some kind of asylum or something because she obviously isn't right. Right, but should she do prison time because he killed himself, and she was, like, hey, you should go kill yourself, and then he did it.
So where's the?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
But time out,
I
so,
just,
so why should she
Crazy.
get checked in the first place? I mean,
well, there's
you're
obviously some.
acknowledging
She's
that-
unstable.
But why should she get checked? She's not murdering anybody.
Why should she go to jail? She's not murdering anybody.
She has.
She did not.
And
She
I'm-
didn't
and I-
physically
She
do anything.
influenced the
And
death
I'm
of
She
directing you
influenced
towards
it.
you.
But she
Again,
didn't do it.
Charles Manson influenced it. He didn't murder anybody. Why do you get quiet on that?
Because I don't
like that.
How is that a
understand.
different scenario though?
I'll tell you. First of all, okay, if I tell Ron to go kill somebody and he does it,
He does
right?
it.
So
And it's not even like you a paid killing.
no, right now I just say Ron, you should go kill somebody, and then Ron goes out and does it, and then please find audio of this. I just said that. I'm going down too.
You should.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I
obviously,
get that.
if he does it, that means that he doesn't have all his fucking faculties there.
No, of course
he's
not.
dumb enough to do it.
Absolutely.
I'm not taking responsibility from him
Okay.
because he murdered somebody, and he
right.
was obviously
He
so
did
weak that he could do it.
But he murdered a human being. What
Yes.
if I said, Ron, go kill yourself, and he kills himself right now?
And same situation.
I should go
How
to
is
jail.
him killing someone else?
No.
different from him
I'm
killing
just
himself?
saying I should go to jail because I told him to go kill himself, and he's
Y'all should be
so
in,
stupid that he
if-
fucking.
y'all should be in cells together. Except if he kills someone else, not himself, because that'd be fucked up. Wouldn't that be a shit?
Right.
Like, he's dead and rotting. Come on, get him up. But yeah, y'all should be in the cell together.
But see, yeah, in the same situations, though, there's a lot of gray area. In this specific case, you can definitely tell that he's got some emotional issues and he's
Sure.
dealing with some stuff,
Yeah.
and he's even reluctant to do it.
Absolutely.
So therefore, she's taking advantage of her influence and taking it the opposite direction. I would like to think that most people would, because most people would say, "No, we're going to get you some help, please. Let's try to get through this."
yeah, and I agreed to that. I thought that that's what you should do.
Right.
But I just don't understand how am I going to prison just because maybe let's say I put a spin on. I was like, I was just joking with him. I said, go kill yourself. I didn't think he would actually do it, but he did it.
Yeah,
he
but-
killed
but-
himself.
Right. But are you joking with that many texts?
No,
and
I
questioning?
was just talking about me just now.
You're
because
just talking.
he was
You're
still
talking about like a
saying
little separate
that I
scenario
should
that's
still go
a
to
little
jail for
similar.
that.
Then.
Yeah, just me joking like, oh, fucking go kill yourself.
Yeah, but I
faggot.
would
Like,
think. Yeah, but I would think that in that situation, it would be provable that you were just joking, especially if you only said it like once in passing. But she brings it up, and she's like, when are you going to do it? Oh, you haven't done it yet? I'm disappointed in you. That's what people are frustrated about.
I know why they're frustrated.
That was bullying. Like, oh, I'm disappointed in you. You let me down.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Right. If you were going to do it, you would have already did it. You already missed your opportunity.
But the bottom line is I don't understand how the whole system works. And there's just some things I agree on and some things I don't agree on. Something should happen to her. Yeah, I suppose. But I just don't. I mean, obviously the dude had a weak mind. She took advantage of it, but she didn't physically do anything. I don't understand. I mean, she sent him the text and she influenced it. I guess maybe she should fuck a job. I can't wrap my head around it. It's fucking shit. God damn it. I don't know.
That's why it's such a big deal. It's
a big gray area.
You haven't really seen anything.
I do want to say this though. I mean, it's not like from day one we've just had all the answers to all the crimes. It's not like people were blowing up buildings in the year one. I mean, they were in the Middle East, so they might have had the technology. But
have buildings in year one?
They might have been made out of fucking sticks and shit, but they were there.
Right.
But basically,
I need some more pulp to build.
Civilization and society, we evolved. So even if nothing like this has ever happened before, this is a precedent. You know what I mean? So like, maybe now motherfuckers will stop convincing other niggas to commit suicide if they punish this bitch.
Why does that bother you?
Because it's just like that self like you can't just. How is it fair to like you? I'm just influenced by everything everybody tells me to do.
And there are people
you
like
tell
that.
me to jump, I'll jump.
And
you tell me to stick with thumb up my ass, I'm sticking a thumb up my ass. You tell me to kill myself, whoop, kill myself.
And,
at some point, where does that I don't understand why everybody else should be held responsible for influencing somebody. But what about that person? Like, when is it? Obviously, he's dead, but I'm not just talking about him. But just in general, just influencing, period. If I tell you to go break that lamp over there and you go break it, then Lauren comes home and sees that the lamp is broken, then it's like, well,
the difference is
like I'm not saying this. I'm really not trying to compare life to a lamp. I'm just saying.
Well, but I'm like, but my point is
your influence on somebody.
Right, exactly, and that's fine for you to influence when it's a situation like that.
If I influence you to go buy a lottery ticket and you win, I told you to go buy that lottery ticket.
Sure
you're like, I'm going to do it, and then you hit $10 million. Now I want some money, and because hey, I told you to do it, you should give me some money.
Did we agree on that beforehand?
No, I just said, Ron, go get it.
That's a different circumstance because that's a positive circumstance. Right.
At some point, you got to be responsible for your actions.
Yes, and that point...
And he is very responsible for his actions. He's dead as shit.
Exactly. And the point is, yes, he died, and he was influenced by her. So somebody died, so absolutely there should be some type of investigation and figure out what morally and socially should be done about this situation.
But are there laws against morals?
Because morals are a weird thing because that's based off of where you live anyway and who you're around.
And it's weird because... she's not in prison.
No,
she's on trial. You're thinking she shouldn't even. You're saying she shouldn't even go through this ordeal. Basically,
I mean, obviously, if they're investigating something and people are going to court and trials, she's a part of that. That she was a part of that whole thing. So yeah, obviously she should be up there. Questions being asked.
But you're saying
what's your relationship to this person, etc.
She shouldn't go to jail. Is what you're saying? And she very well.
I'm not saying she shouldn't go. I just don't understand. Why, like, if she does go to jail, like, if she say she got like 8 years, I don't know what the thing is, but say she got 8 years, 8 years because she influenced somebody to kill themselves. You both agree to that 100%? Like, that's what should exactly happen.
I mean,
again, 8 years is just a number. It doesn't have to commit to that. I'm just saying.
If she convinced somebody to kill themselves,
and that's just hypothetical,
and it's
she got
proven,
8 years.
and it's proven, and it's in a case like this,
that's pretty light.
Yeah, I could see her going to jail for that.
So you think it should be longer than 8 years?
Technically, she still committed murder, man. Like,
well, I mean, you got to put you got to look
murder.
at it from the perspective of, okay, my kid just killed himself, and usually you get a suicide note, but this is a little bit worse than a suicide note, so blaming everything on something or just explaining themselves. Some suicide notes are like overly positive, and they're at peace, which is a weird thing, but that's like an internal thing that they dealt with. Once you see that they do go through with killing themselves, and it's more so influenced by an exterior force, like this girl on the outside talking to him, saying, "Yeah, you should go through it." Like she's she's the devil on his shoulder, and he seems like the positive one. He has the angel on his shoulder, but she's the devil, and the devil's overpowering him. Like, but he's letting that influence happen. So he dies, and she probably, most likely, we don't know because the situation's over with, but judging from the text that we looked at, you could absolutely argue that he probably wouldn't have killed himself had he not had those conversations with her. Because literally, he got out and told her, like, he got scared, and then she told him to get back in there. Like, that's pretty brutal. That's pretty, she wanted him to do it. And there's no question about it. You can't even say, like, she didn't, because she wouldn't have asked him 4 or 5 times, and then him not responding until, okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, and then he has all these backtracking thoughts. She tells him to push. She's like a motivational coach, but, like, motivating him to kill himself, you know? Which that's just one of those, that's a weird situation, but I definitely think that if it was my kid, and my kid was influenced by somebody else, I wouldn't think that they were the ones that killed him, but I would think that you should have, if you were a real friend, you should have found a way. Because
yeah, and I already stated that that's what should happen.
Right, and you're a teenager. Your hormones are all out of whack, and you're going crazy anyway. So you're going to be depressed at times. And some people will be, okay, you can say weak-minded or whatever you want. It's a chemical imbalance, and it is a real issue. That's a real issue, this depression thing. If you have the ability to kill yourself, there is absolutely something going wrong, and it can be fixed with maybe medication or getting a little bit older and your hormones kind of leveling out and you being okay. He didn't get the chance to do that. Maybe if she didn't convince him to do that, maybe he
and I already stated several times that obviously she should have, what I would have done, or I think what the right thing to do would be to go out and get help for somebody. That's why I said at the end of the last podcast, if you know anybody that's going through some shit like that, reach out and get some help, because it is a serious thing. Obviously, I know it's a serious thing. And I'm, again, just reiterating, I'm not agreeing with what the girl did. Obviously, something should happen. Yeah. But in my mind, I just don't know what that is. I don't know what's too extreme for that situation or what's not enough. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Do you know who Jack Kevorkian is?
Nope.
Dr. Kevorkian.
All right, Dr. Death, basically, he was a physician.
Well, I've heard of Dr. Death.
Well, that's a nickname. He had patients who were obviously, like, ill, extremely ill. Okay. So he devised a way for them to kill themselves, to end their suffering. Mm-hmm. In doing so, he was charged with crimes, and he went to jail. How is that any different?
So he was telling them, here are different ways you can kill yourself.
No. I'll elaborate. He made machines where that at the touch of a button, a person could kill themselves by, when they press that button, chemicals go into their body, shut their shit down. They die. It's painless. I don't want to say it's just like getting a lethal injection, because apparently that's not very painless. But basically, they press that button, chemicals go into their body, they die. They're not in any pain.
So he made a device that's killing people. It's their will to do it.
It's literally me strapping Ron to a machine.
He's helping people kill themselves.
But, like, he made that machine that killed them.
Right.
Like, it was up to them to kill themselves.
Press the button,
but he made it to kill. I don't know. I mean, that's me making, like, if I made a gun and you killed yourself with it, I mean,
I think it's a little bit more in depth than that, because obviously Smith & Wesson gun companies make guns. They're not saying use it on other people. They're not saying going out shooting.
No, I get that.
Right. He is specifically saying, you want to die.
Here's a way to do it.
I want you to do it without suffering. I can't kill you for yourself. You can commit suicide. You can euthanize yourself.
I mean, obviously that's fucked up. I don't know what should happen. I don't know. I'm being honest with you. I don't fucking know. I don't.
Well, I mean, if you don't know, then I can't go to part B of that question, and it's understandable.
The whole argument I was ever trying to have was just that when is it that person's fault, not somebody else's? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I get what she did. I understand 100% what she did.
Even with, like, the Dr. Kevorkian thing, though, but he was generally trying to help people who had, like, chronic illnesses, and they had made this decision with their family. And it was like, do I want to continue and live for maybe another year and barely be able to walk and be in pain?
But isn't that shit legal in some states? Like
now it's illegal, like
some states, Oregon.
But at the time, this was in the 90s.
But that's then. This is now. So I mean,
well,
obviously some states
laws
think
have
that it's
changed since then.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying obviously some states think that that's okay.
And
So are
okay.
they wrong and we're right? Like I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean? Like what you're asking me is that like, is he wrong? Is he right? Like, well, if Oregon is legalizing similar shit like that, like it's up to me if I want to take my life if I'm sick.
But then again, like I said, as a society, we're constantly evolving.
Of course, yeah.
So
I'm
where
just
now
saying.
is she's telling him go kill yourself, and she could get 10 years now, but in 20 years.
It could be different. It could
Everybody
be totally
might
different.
just be wanting to kill himself. Everybody's going to kill yourself, motherfucker.
Go
for it,
then
then.
you don't, nothing happens. It laws evolve both ways.
I know. So, but so now, so okay. So at this
I'm
point,
pretty
we're
sure you could walk down the street back in the day just smoking fucking marijuana.
no, I get it.
not
So,
gonna tell,
but that's talking about laws. I'm talking about like what you think.
Morally, I don't think he did anything wrong. He helped somebody out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like because I've watched a documentary on it, and it basically followed this guy talking with his family, making the decision to end it because he said that he had seen in the past 4 years his body and his everything had just deteriorated so much to where he could barely walk and it hurt, and he was hurting every single day, and he was just depressed, and he literally hated everything.
And whereas a situation like Conrad,
It's ups and downs.
he's a young man.
Yeah.
Physically, nothing wrong as far as I know. Mentally, he has issues. We all have issues. But that's where she, as a friend or whatever she was to him, says, hey, it's not that serious. Like, I'll go with you to get help. I can let somebody else know if you need help. Well, she didn't do that.
Of course.
She encouraged him to kill himself, and that wasn't a necessary step.
Of
It's
course
not
it
like
wasn't
he's
a
an
necessary
80-year-old person or someone dying from fucking some disease. His life can continue. He can have 90 more years of living.
So if he's 80 years old and wants to die, then that's okay. But if
he's 80 years old
18
and wants
years
to
old,
die because he has no choice, say he is going
So
to
if
Because
he
die.
he is going to die no matter
I get
what.
it. No,
Going to
I
die.
get it. So
And
if he had
and-
cancer, would she be okay then? Like if he was going to
If
die of
he-
cancer.
If he had that cancer where they're like, well, it's nothing you can do.
Yeah,
It's
it was chronic.
So then
He
it's
was
okay
going
for
to
her
die.
to say,
He's had
kill
17
yourself.
In that situation, yes. That's the hypothetical.
But he doesn't have to
But
kill
at the
himself. He can
same-
still live, however much longer
I mean,
he has.
right.
Sure,
Just
but
like
it
these
changes
people-
it changes the
What the
perspective
fuck?
though.
Listen.
How can you
just
not
like these people that he allowed kill themselves? They weren't going to die the next
Right.
day. They were just going to have a life that wasn't worth living because they were physically in pain.
I
and
get
they
it.
were
Well, he
gonna
was
die.
mentally in pain. Where's the
But that pain can be helped.
okay.
Are you saying that people shouldn't go to fucking
People
No,
who
psychiatrists?
die
I'm not,
depression,
I'm
there's so
not
many
saying
people that deal with
shouldn't do-
depression.
I'm not saying
And there
anything.
are so many
I'm
different
just-
levels of depression. Like people, we've talked about this before. There's depression where you just don't want to fucking get up and be productive that day. That doesn't mean you want to kill yourself.
Okay, I'm not.
And where there's
I'm
the
not
depressions
arguing
where you fuck up and don't even kill yourself, you target other people. Those are still mental illnesses. So you saying they should just go ahead and kill those people and then kill
that.
themselves?
You're twisting it way.
No,
I never
you're
motherfucker. I
saying he
never
shouldn't
said
get-
anybody
but you're
should just
saying
go
they
out there and
shouldn't
fucking
get
kill
help.
themselves.
You're saying he
How
should
is
have
it any
killed
different
himself.
if you're fucking 80 years old and I say kill yourself and you do it, but you're 18 years old and kill yourself? Now you're fucking wrong. I'm sorry. I don't fucking agree with that. I don't fucking agree with it. We can talk to this
If
for
you're
5
no,
hours.
that's
I'm
the
just-
circumstances. That's it's not the age thing. It's the chronic
The
illness thing.
circumstance.
I get
the
it.
circumstances
Where-
that they're in. If he's like a younger boy
Debilitating,
and he's yes,
untreatable, uncurable illness, mentally or physically.
right, and he wants to end it, and he makes that decision, and he justifies it, and he even writes a little letter saying,
Again,
"Hey, I
I'm
don't wanna
not
live
saying
like
that
this."
Conrad couldn't kill himself. More power to you. That was your ticket. Go for it. He claimed responsibility. Fuck it. I'm saying it was preventable. It was
Obviously.
treatable. So
Yeah,
why is
and
it?
I said the same
so
thing.
why do you? So
Yes,
why,
but why?
Then what's
If it's
the
obviously
argument?
preventable, why?
Why
are
should
you,
she not be in trouble?
Yeah, why are you against her being punished?
I don't know about the whole prison time.
Dr.
I
Death
I don't
wasn't breaking
fucking-
into
I
college
don't know.
dorm, strapping up the fucking jocks, saying, "Okay, dude, you're dead." Then that would have been different because that's
I'll
murder.
be 100% real with you. The only reason I'm talking about any of this shit is because you guys ever brought it up in the first place. I don't give
know.
a fuck what happens to her. She could live and become president one day for all I don't give a fuck. All I'm saying
Do you
is
really? Do you
that's
really?
what
If she became
that
president,
was my fucking no. Now motherfuckers are going to think I want her to be the fucking president. All I'm saying is that I don't give a fuck what happens to her or her family or Conrad, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't care about none of that shit because I don't know those people. I don't care about those people, so I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not heartless. I have a heart for many things, many living things, and even this drink. I have a heart for that. But I don't give a fuck about this. Real talk. We can argue this until midnight tonight, midnight tomorrow night. We can argue back and forth. We can bring Dr. Death, Dr. Who, Dr. Frank. I don't give a fuck. We could bring anybody in the mix and have all these fucking scenarios. Bottom line, I don't give a fuck if you agree with me or not. I don't give a fuck.